Today I'm gonna teach you how to make mezzaluna with gorgonzola cheese pasta with walnut pesto. 454 grams of flour, all right? So you're gonna take your flour, and what we're gonna do here, you're gonna put it in the middle of your workbench as tight as possible, okay? So you're gonna take your eggs, you're gonna take your fork, break the yolks, make a scramble basically, okay? So now the fun starts. You're gonna take your hand, you're gonna do a little well in the middle. And then very delicately, you just put it inside here so it just stays all in, okay? Now you take your fork and you start basically like kind of incorporating the flour a bit. Isn't this fun? Don't you feel like? So look how nice this is. It's becoming like a nice doughy, right? I mean, I'm making sure I incorporate all the flour. Look, because we measure the flour, so we don't want to leave any flour on the bench, right? And this is when you start with your hands, right? Push down, fold it, turn, push down, push, right? Fold, turn, push, fold, and turn. You want to, for like 2 or 3 minutes, you want to give it a nice, massage, right? Once you have these, you cover it up. We cover it up because we don't want, the air to kind of dry it, right? Well, now it's time to make the filling, right? Now, the main cheese we're gonna use is the gorgonzola. So I take my cheese here. See how wet it is? So then I'm gonna do mascarpone. It's basically like a cream cheese, all right? An Italian cream cheese. So I have a little mascarpone cheese. It's a great vessel for flavors, all right? I'm gonna have a ricotta, and then, of course, Parmigiano Reggiano. Here you go. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, and just to bring it all together, heavy cream, just a tiny touch, right? There you go. Done. So you're gonna take this, you're gonna open it up. You just take this. So you take a quart right here, take your piping bag, put it inside, and that's what you got, right? Take my filling, throw that in me here, right? So you have this now, right? You're gonna take this, right? And then, of course, there is some air here. We are not going to cut this yet because we're not filling yet, right? So you're just gonna take this, close it, and then keep it in here. Your filling is done. Let's make the pesto. How does it sound? I like to put my walnuts here, then I take a little bit of pine nuts. All right, so garlic cloves, take some bread. So I do just the edges of the bread, a little bit of bread here, I take some milk, and basically I soak the bread in milk. I'm gonna use this in a second. We're gonna have thyme. I'm not putting the whole stem, right? I'm just taking the leaves. Gonna take the bread, gonna break it. Of course, Parmigiano Reggiano. We use a lot of Parmigiano in Italy, a lot of it. And then extra virgin olive oil. Now this, it's the base of your pesto, right? Close it. 1, 2. Okay, so at this point, this is the consistency, right? Look, you see it? Now it's time to actually bring together our pasta and actually make the shape. Look how nice and soft and soft it is, right? It wasn't like this before. Look how soft this is, see? You lightly dust. I'm gonna take this, cut it in half. You're gonna smash it down there you go. Then you take your dough and you basically just very gently press it down. Very gently. And look, I'm letting these do the work. Do you see it? Look, look. Oh my God, isn't this pretty? All right, you got this, right? Now at this point, I like to actually fold it again. Fold it again. I want the pasta to be nice and smooth. At the beginning, it's gonna feel very rough, right? And you also see it. You see how much smoother it is on the second pass than the first? All right, here you go. All right. Look, guys, that's what you're looking for. All right? I like to have a little bit of egg, beaten egg. So, you're gonna take the rounds right here. And we're going to cut, put some pressure, cut one. Try to use as much as you can out of the dough. So I go fairly close to each other. I press, then I go in a pattern that it's like one down, one up, one down, one up. It gets me more out of the sheet of pasta. Now you're gonna pull the sheets. Look. Gonna take this, and this is how much we're looking. Not too much, right? So the perfect pasta, it's a balance between the amount of filling, the amount of pasta dough, the amount of sauce. You're gonna take a little bit of the egg that you beat up before. You're gonna just very lightly, just gonna go around very lightly. It allows me to actually close, to seal the mezzaluna, okay? Lift it up, and then we're gonna just close it. As you close the top first, you see it? And then when I press, I'm pressing basically down, and then I'm pushing the filling at the bottom. And then I press on the side. Press, press, and press. And here you go, guys. You got a mezzaluna, all right? All right, so water, it's right here. You make sure that it's salted. We are going now to take our mezzaluna and we're gonna drop them in the water. This is literally the last step. So I'm gonna throw this in there. Again, I'm doing this very delicately. I don't want this to break. I'm just waiting now for the mezzaluna to come up. You see it? You see slowly they're floating up? So I just add some butter to the pan. That's it. My pan, with a little butter. I take it off the heat here and I add some to the pan. Now, I like to remove this from the water with a spider. I'm gonna lift this up, move them on here. See how gently I'm moving too? Then, I'll take a little bit of pasta water and I'm gonna use it as the base of the sauce. I'm doing that because in the pasta, there is the gluten that just got released, right? And the gluten is what makes the sauce nice and creamy. So now I'm allowing all the flavors of the pesto to really get absorbed into the pasta, right? By cooking this the last 30 seconds in the pan. We always finish with a little Parmigiano Reggiano. Now, by itself, here you go. Right, we're gonna use some of the sauce to kind of like finish. And then we finish it off with a little Parmigiano. And then I like to add a little pepper on top. Voila, guys.